Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. Whoa. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He has Hyatt complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And he's going to get there. He's got the 1st down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw again. Left side in the hands of Neighbors.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw yet again. This one taken in by Hyatt. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. It's picked up by one of his teammates. Give him a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
I typically like to see the play-action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on third down. The defense is more prepared for the pass. They get stopped twice with the run. Do they go back to it a third time and take their chances?
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a second down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye. Here's J.K. Dobbins. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Andrew Phillips in on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 7. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This brought him out past the 20. And it's a decent return. Gets some of that yardage back before he's forced out of bounds. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let's go now.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be 1st and goal. They've got it at the 3.
As that play unfolded, Mike, I thought he was going to have a chance to find the end zone for the 2nd time here today. And I'll be honest, if I'm the play caller, by the end of this drive, I might give him one more shot at the end zone. But either way, they got to be thinking coming away here with 6.
A run on 1st and goal. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, New York. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. He's got the tight end, Adam Troutman.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
A run with Dobbins. Fighting for the marker. He loses the football. But this is taken in by a teammate.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw. Now a screen set up for Tracy. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
19 Tiger. No street. Warrior 70.
Back to the air one more time. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. In trouble, and down he goes.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And this throw out of the back of the end. It's incomplete. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. A tick under 2 minutes until halftime. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
On the set.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. Now he takes off. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick 1st down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up. There's nowhere to go with the ball. And next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
Hey, Mike, you know the best time to pick up 1st downs is? On 1st downs. Don't wait for 3rd down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 1st downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. A huge play just before the half. 32 yards.